Imagine checking your bank account one morning and seeing something you've dreamed about for years. $20,000. Not $20. Not $2,000. A full $20,000 sitting there. You smile. You feel successful. You think, finally, I've made it. But here's the strange part. For many people, reaching $20,000 doesn't make life easier. It actually makes money decisions harder. Some people turn that $20,000 into $100,000. Others lose almost all of it within a few years. The surprising part isn't what happens to your money. It's what happens to your mind. Because hitting $20,000 changes your psychology more than your bank account. And today, we're going to explore why this invisible shift determines whether you become wealthy or stay stuck forever. Let's begin. Most people believe saving money is the hardest part. And honestly, getting to your first $20,000 isn't easy. You work overtime, skip expensive vacations, say no to unnecessary shopping, cook at home, save every extra dollar you can. It feels like climbing a mountain carrying a backpack full of bricks. But once you finally reach that goal, something unexpected happens. Your brain quietly whispers, you deserve a reward. It sounds harmless. After all, you've worked hard. You've sacrificed. What's wrong with celebrating? Nothing. Unless the celebration becomes a lifestyle. Because this is where many people's financial journey quietly changes direction. Not because they suddenly earn less, but because they start thinking differently. Think about someone who spent years saving. They finally reached $20,000. Suddenly, a newer car doesn't seem impossible. A luxury vacation feels reasonable. A designer watch feels like a symbol of success. After all, I can afford it. This sentence has destroyed more wealth than low salaries ever have. Because being able to buy something is very different from becoming wealthy. Here's something psychologists have studied for years. Humans quickly adapt to improvement. This is called adaptation. You think a bigger bank account will make you permanently happy. But after a few weeks, your brain treats it as normal. Now you need something bigger, something newer, something more expensive. The happiness fades, but the spending stays. That's the trap. Let's imagine two friends, Alex and Ryan. Both are 28 years old. Both earn similar incomes. Both finally saved $20,000. From the outside, they're identical. But inside, they're thinking completely differently. Alex sees $20,000 as proof that he can spend more. Ryan sees $20,000 as proof that his system works. One celebrates the result. The other protects the process. That tiny difference changes everything. Alex upgrades his lifestyle. He rents a more expensive apartment, starts eating out more often, buys a nicer car, gets premium subscriptions. None of these purchases seem outrageous. Individually, they're small. Together, they quietly raise his monthly expenses by hundreds of dollars. Now saving becomes harder again. He's trapped on a treadmill, running faster, but staying in the same place. Ryan does something different. He asks a simple question. How can this money make my future easier? Instead of spending the entire amount, he keeps an emergency fund. He invests consistently. He continues living almost the same way. At first, nothing exciting happens. His life even looks boring. But wealth usually looks boring in the beginning, because real wealth grows silently. Here's an interesting comparison. Imagine planting a fruit tree. The first few years, nothing impressive happens. It's small, slow, almost disappointing. But underground, the roots are expanding. Strength is building. One day, the tree suddenly grows much faster. Money works the same way. Most people only notice the tree. Successful people focus on the roots. Now let's talk about something called lifestyle inflation. This is one of the biggest invisible enemies of wealth. Every time income rises, expenses somehow rise too. A better phone, a bigger television, a nicer apartment, more online shopping, fancier restaurants. None of these decisions feel dangerous, but together, they quietly steal your future freedom. Here's a funny example. Imagine carrying a backpack. At first it's empty, easy to carry. Every new monthly expense adds another small rock. Netflix, gym, car payment, new gadgets, luxury coffee, vacation payments. Individually, each rock feels light. Eventually, the backpack becomes incredibly heavy. And suddenly, you can't save anymore. Not because you earn too little, but because you're carrying too much. Now let's discuss something most people never realize. Money doesn't just buy things. Money buys options. When you have savings, you can leave a toxic job. You can survive an emergency. You can start a business. You can take time to learn new skills. You can invest patiently. Without savings, every decision becomes urgent. And urgency usually leads to poor choices. There's another psychological shift after reaching $20,000. Fear. Yes, fear. It sounds strange, but many people become more afraid after saving money. Before saving, there wasn't much to lose. Now every market drop feels painful. Every unexpected expense feels scary. Many people stop investing because they're afraid of losing what they built. Ironically, that fear often keeps them from growing further. Imagine standing at the edge of a swimming pool. The first step into cold water feels uncomfortable. But after a few minutes, it feels normal. Investing is similar. The first investment feels terrifying. The 10th feels routine. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. Here's the biggest surprise about reaching $20,000. The money itself isn't the milestone. The habits are. Think about it. Saving $20,000 means you've already proven something. You can delay gratification. You can stay disciplined. You can control impulsive spending. Those habits are worth far more than the money. Because if someone handed two people $20,000 today, the disciplined saver would probably build much more wealth. The impulsive spender would probably lose it. Money amplifies habits. It doesn't replace them. This explains why lottery winners sometimes become broke, and why ordinary people quietly become millionaires. The difference usually isn't luck. It's behavior repeated for years. Small choices, repeated consistently. Imagine rolling a tiny snowball downhill. At first, it barely changes. But the longer it rolls, the bigger it becomes. Eventually, it grows much faster than when it started. Money behaves exactly like that. The beginning feels painfully slow. Later, growth begins helping itself. That's why the first $20,000 feels difficult. But the next milestones often become easier. Not because money magically grows, but because your habits become stronger. Many people chase motivation, but wealthy people rely on systems. Motivation disappears. Systems stay. Saving automatically. Investing regularly. Avoiding emotional spending. Learning continuously. Those systems quietly build financial freedom. Here's another surprising truth. People often think rich people have more self-control. Not necessarily. Many simply remove temptation. Automatic transfers. Separate savings accounts. Long-term investing. Simple budgets. They make good decisions easier and bad decisions harder. That's powerful psychology. So, what should you do after reaching $20,000? First, Pause before upgrading your lifestyle. Ask yourself, will this purchase improve my future, or only impress people today? Second, protect your emergency fund. Unexpected events happen to everyone. Preparation creates peace of mind. Third, keep investing consistently. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Perfection rarely arrives. Consistency wins. Fourth, increase your income if possible. New skills, a side business, better career opportunities. Growing income while controlling expenses creates powerful momentum. Finally, remember that wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about having freedom. Freedom to choose your work. Freedom to spend time with family. Freedom to sleep peacefully without worrying about every bill. That's the real goal. So, what really happens after you hit $20,000? Your biggest challenge is no longer earning money. It's protecting your mindset. Because from this point forward, every financial decision becomes less about math and more about psychology. Your habits become more important than your paycheck. Your patience becomes more valuable than your excitement. And your consistency becomes stronger than your motivation. The people who understand this don't just reach $20,000. They reach $50,000. Then $100,000. Then far beyond. Not because they discovered a secret investment, but because they mastered something much harder. They mastered themselves. So the next time your savings reach a new milestone, don't ask, what can I buy? Instead ask, what kind of future can this money build? That one question might completely change your financial life. If you enjoyed this video and want more simple explanations about money psychology, investing, and building real wealth, make sure to subscribe and join us for the next lesson. Because becoming wealthy isn't about one big decision. It's about making hundreds of small, smart decisions, one day at a time.